George Herbert Mead was a social constructionist born in 1863 in South Hadley, Massachusetts. At the age of 16, Mead attended Oberlin College and received a Bachelor of Arts degree. He later decided to pursue his master's in philosophy at Harvard University, and in 1894, Mead began as a philosophy professor at the University of Chicago, where most of his work took place. While at the University of Chicago, Mead developed the symbolic interaction theory. Symbolic interactionism is the ongoing use of language and gestures in anticipation of how the other will react. In simpler terms, this theory has to do with a conversation and looks at interactions between individuals. Mead believed that individuals develop through a social process and that people change upon interactions with objects, ideas, or other people. Although Mead came up with the concept of symbolic interactionism, one of his students, Herbert Bloomer, actually created the term. Along with creating the term, Bloomer added 3 core principles to the theory, which were meaning, language, and thinking. Meaning states that we act based on the meaning that we have given something. Bloomer's second principle, language, portrays that we give meaning to things based on our own social interactions. This could result in the same thing having different meanings for different people. Finally, Bloomer's concept of thinking expresses that the meaning we give something is not permanent and it can change based on events or situations that occur in life. After understanding Bloomer's 3 principles, it is easier to grasp Mead's concept of self that appears within symbolic interactionism. Mead claimed that people are able to get a glimpse of who they are by imagining how they look to another person. This process is called the looking glass self. The looking glass self takes on the objective self, which is classified as the me. The subjective self is classified as the I. We can understand the concept of I and me by looking at someone's dancing abilities. In this video, we see Abby dancing as her subjective self, the I. We can tell that she looks confident and thinks that she is a great dancer. In this dancing scene, though, we can see Abby viewing herself through the looking glass, which is the objective self, the me. Abby is seeing how other people view her dancing skills by taking on the role of the other. Within his book, Mind, Self, and Society, Mead discussed how the me acted as the social control in an individual's life, and the I was the response to the me.